Welcome back inside the film room. I'm Dustin Fox alongside legendary Browns quarterback Bernie Kosar. Bernie, the Browns traveling to Oakland this week against a defense that has had their issues this year, and I think this is the perfect situation for Baker Mayfield to get his first start.
I think they only have 3 sacks this year. The Khalil Mack trade is definitely coming back to be a major punishment for him.
All right, so you mentioned, you're right, they've only had 3 sacks this season. We'll take a look at one right here. This is week 1, Monday Night Football, the late game, and this is going to be coming off your left side here. Bernie, what are you seeing here defensively?
Well, right now, look, as you look back here, you're seeing basically spread safeties. 2 deep look here. This is pretty wide. Down the seams with a guy like David Njoku is a definite vulnerability part for the Oakland Raiders cover schemes. They need pressure on the quarterback when you play coverage like this. Here they get it with Bruce Irvin to the outside, but through the course of the first 3 games, consistent pass pressure has been a problem for the Oakland Raiders.
Yeah, and this isn't even, like a great pass rush. This is more like late in the down as nothing's open down the field. I would call this, Bernie, and I think you'd agree, this is a coverage sack.
What we have here with 2 guys outside the right here, putting duress on the right tackle. I would look for John Gruden and the Raiders this week to maybe look at Desmond Harrison being the rookie left tackle. I could look for this stunt to the other side of our screen, seeing how our offensive line and our rookie holds up against this type of formation and against Bruce Irvin.
The thing I'd say too, Bernie, is they've got a couple of young rookies on that defensive line. Arden Key, who they drafted out of LSU, and P.J. Hall out of Sam Houston State. Both young players who they're really excited about. They're athletic, but they're just kind of finding their way right now.
There's no doubt they have talent. This talent, though, in depth is not there, and that's, I think, partially why they've been fading late in games.
As we take a look at another play, Bernie, the sacks not really there. Only 3 sacks this season. Only 1 interception as well, so they're not really getting the turnovers, but we'll take a look at one right here.
As we say in Cleveland, the back end is solidified with the front end of it. When you're not getting pressure on the quarterback, you tend not to get interceptions in the back end.
All right, so what are we looking at here? Looks like a little man coverage from the pre-snap alignment. We've got 3 guys, okay, 3 guys here. The one thing you have to do is try to get them on a different level. And so the cornerback here, number 22, that's Rashaan Melvin. And what he does a good job of is he's going to try and get his hands on the wide receiver and be physical, and he does. That allows these 2 guys to play over top, and then he slides inside and right off the hip. Now remember, when the football is in the air and you go in front with 2 hands, you better get it. Otherwise, it's going to be a touchdown.
Old quarterbacks have a joke. If defensive backs could catch, they'd be receivers.
Yeah. Most
DBs would not be able to make this athletic and excellent a play. Fantastic hands by this young man.
Yeah, good play. All right, Bernie, so let's talk a little Baker Mayfield here for a moment. First start, what advice would you give him?
I think he doesn't, first, I don't think he needs advice. I think he's showed from his post-game results and conference of confidence and calmness, and that fiery leadership that he has within the white lines, probably behind the scenes, I think is contagious to the team. But coming out there and being under control and playing within himself, I think is essential, especially early.
Do you remember your first NFL throw in a regular season game?
I remember getting RW. I remember fumbling my first play, being so embarrassed that I had to complete my next 11 to not let our guys down.
All right, that was a look at the Oakland Raiders defense. He's Bernie Kosar. I am Dustin Fox. We'll see you next time.